Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
hello to
Shin.
our patients.
So
That's
we're calling them patients
yeah,
now.
that's the name of our fan base.
Wow.
So
How many
there's
fans do you have
like
already?
14 at the moment, including people I required. Welcome to episode 4 of Not Therapy.
Not therapy.
Yes. Austere, how are you doing? How was this past week for you?
I'm okay. We actually met, right?
We
Yeah,
had
we
dinner.
ate at Chili's. Hi, welcome to Chili's.
I need to confront you about something. This is
What?
I want a public apology from you.
Oh my
We
god,
went, so to
okay.
our listeners, this is not even like planned, but Austin and I went to Power Plant. We met
Hmm.
there after not seeing each other for like 16 years.
Hmm.
I was a kid when we last saw each other physically.
Yeah.
And then I was in such a good mood, right?
Hmm.
Austere, I was in a good mood. And then
Yeah,
when
and
I
you
was
were
with you,
smiling and skipping across the mall.
this
You were saying
happened.
hi to everyone, and people
Oh, yeah,
laughed.
without a mask on.
Yeah.
And the people who wore masks, I would snatch it away. No, but I held your hand. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to our patients listening, I wanted to hold the hand of my friend who I haven't seen in 14 years while we walked around Power Plant.
I don't
And
like
he pushed,
that.
listen, he pushed my hand away. He like,
I violently ripped my hand away
yeah, I
from
just
Shin's
wanted
grasp.
a sense of belongingness after so much solitude in pandemic. He literally talked to me like I was this clingy girlfriend who's like, baby, I wanna go there, baby, buy me a bag. The way he was turned off was so fucking hurtful. Explain yourself.
Because I don't like PA. PBA ba yun? That's Philippine Basketball Association. PDA. I don't like PDA.
What are you
Because,
saying? You cling to me all the time when we hang out.
yeah, but when we were alone,
Ah, yeah, that's true.
I want my image in public
Jesus Christ. You think
to
the
be
world revolves
dignified.
around you.
No, but
I was actually so shocked. Parang, oh my God, okay, I guess I'm a disgusting person. I guess I should have
no.
showered first.
When I had boyfriends,
But I'm not your fucking
I know,
boyfriend.
but like even then, like they would want to hold my head, but what I would do is just like hold
Jesus
their
Christ.
shoulder like this. Like I'm a blind person and they're
Yeah,
the
I
one
do that
holding.
too, yeah. Yeah,
Because
that's
I
why you're
don't.
fucking alone now.
Oh,
So are you not gonna apologize for that behavior to our listeners
oh yeah.
whom you have offended?
I, Osterex Gamao, 27 years old, would like to apologize to Shin-chan,
Yeah. It's like
23 years old, for offending you. Okay, are you
and
happy
the thing
now?
is, I'm usually the one who pushes you away, right? I'm
Yeah,
usually the one who's like, get off me, or
yeah.
like you would try to dog hump me while I'm taking a nap, and I'm like, no, stop. And the only time I was feeling so, I don't know, I was feeling so bright, and I got laid. I wanted to spread love and joy, and that there's still happiness in the world. And you were like, get the fuck off me, and you called me the F word.
Sinikmurahan nga kita, but you were still,
I still have a
you were
bruise
still
up.
fighting.
There's actually videos of it online,
Yeah,
circulating
on
online.
Facebook. I haven't been laid, so I was very sensitive about being touched
If you're gonna touch me, it better be through my
through my pants.
cavities.
I hear that you have some news for me about reviews.
Yes, yes. So to our patients, we heard you. We received feedback for our first three
Wow.
episodes, and there's a lot of letters here.
Hmm.
The letters to me, you have there with you right now,
Yeah.
and the letters for Austere, I have here with me. So we're gonna read some of them, just maybe a couple before we begin the
Yeah.
show to show appreciation to our 12 listeners.
You
Yes,
go
okay.
first. What
Yes.
did they say about me? I'm
Yes,
really scared
I
about
know.
this.
So this is a fan mail.
Oh
Fan
my
mail
gosh.
time. Okay, this one is hello, not therapy. I'm Esther, 65, from Caloocan.
Hi,
I've been
Esther.
listening to your podcast for years now. Even though I have never had the courage to send you guys a letter because
Hmm.
I feel like my problems are not that big of a deal? Well, Esther,
Hmm.
she should still send, di ba?
Yeah, you should still like participate in life,
Yeah, it
Esther. It's
doesn't.
not too
This is
late.
not just about huge problems, Esther. You can send even the smallest things to us.
Yeah, your regrets.
I really enjoy your show and I love the way you make your listeners feel. They really feel cared for by the two of you. Most of all, I am impressed by the co host, Austere.
Oh my
Wow, yeah.
gosh.
Sorry, Shin, but it's just Austere resonates with me more. I think he's my spirit animal. Wow.
I am an
Now,
animal.
a question for Austere, if you don't mind. Would you like to come in my yummy yum yum? I'm so wet while writing this.
You know what, Esther? I'm a gay man, but I think that you're
Oh.
dying, so I'm gonna grant you your wish.
Yeah,
I'm so I'm so blessed right now.
yeah. So
Wow.
Esther, I will send you her full address. She's in a nursing home right now in
Ah, that's
QC.
nice. I've been in
Yes,
nursing homes. I'll know where to look for
you
her.
know what to do.
Yep,
Okay.
I
Thank you,
know.
Esther, for sending a letter. You have one for me?
Yes, I have one for you here. Oh my gosh, Shin.
Yeah.
Meron pa siyang epigraph.
What's an
Wow.
epigraph?
An epigraph is like a quote from a text
Uh-huh.
that's on top of a bad news.
Like before the letter itself, there's a quote in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, there's a quote
Oh,
in the beginning. All right.
what does it say?
So
OMG.
this is from Father James. And the epigraph is FUCK.
Oh, it's an acronym.
Oh
Maybe it's
yeah. What do you think
biblical.
it is?
I'm not so familiar with the Bible stuff, so I'll research
Oh,
later.
okay. So Father James said that, Hi Shin, you are such an inspiration to me.
Hmm.
I am closeted, but
Mhm.
hearing you talk about yourself, that you're a listener, that you're an empath, I also resonate with, with that because my constituents always come to me with their prayers, with their
Yeah, of
sin.
course. Yeah.
And when I started listening to your podcast, I told them to deal with it on their own. Oh,
That's
and
beautiful.
don't ever come to my place or else I will F you
Sayang,
CK.
sayang, I don't know about the Bible so much kasi, so I don't, but
Oh,
I appreciate what I received from him. I would never consider myself a religious person per
yeah,
se, but then it's like God is everywhere.
everywhere.
What if God was one of us?
I'm so grateful for our letter senders, no?
Thank
They're
you to
so
our letter
kind. Yeah.
senders. It only pushes us to try harder and to
Yeah,
do
to
better at
be
this.
better as a
Yes.
person, not just a podcaster, because of course,
Yeah.
podcasting is a passion,
Yeah, but
but
to be a human being that cares for
yeah,
others.
that's the real test. that's
Yeah, that's
wait,
why we
that's a
do this.
Pokemon song.
Like no one ever to be the best. Yes. And you're my best friend.
Yeah, you are my best friend,
I
Pikachu.
know. Okay,
If you
sis.
were a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you be?
I don't know if you know Weeping Bell.
Of course, I know Weeping
Weeping
Bell.
Bell to our patients is
Mhm.
basically a plant Pokemon, and his
Mhm.
entire face is a gaping hole. He's like a tipped over flower base. Well, he's a weeping bell, so he looks like a bell, and his entire existence relies on being a hole, which is how
Yeah,
I see myself, how I've been treated most of my life. She really resonates with me. How
that's
about
really
you?
poetic. Ah,
I know.
wow. If I were a Pokemon, I would be Ratata, and I don't want to explain
That's
it
a rare
anymore.
one. I love that.
I don't want to explain it. I'm Ratata.
You're right
Okay?
at that. Why don't we proceed to our letters na for this episode? We have
Yes.
patients waiting outside, so
Oh yeah, yeah. They're knocking. They're
let's.
knocking.
Yes, the office is now open for our letter senders.
Patience.
Patients. All right. So this is a letter from someone with a code name Airbender Amihan.
Oh,
Yeah.
saucy.
Yeah, Airbender Amihan, hello. The subject of the letter is sex and self. Hello. So I am a trans woman who is trying to navigate a sort of exploration with my sexuality. As a
Mm.
pre-op girl, I'm not all the way with hooking up because I don't want the Jennifer Laude arc. Rest in peace, Queen.
Mm.
Dagdag pa now that we're in isolation, there's an extra layer or difficulty. I just want to hear from you guys, as queer persons, how do you manage to explore yourself in sex? Amihan is a trans woman, she or they pronouns, 23-year-old Libra.
Yeah. You know what? I'm still very angry about what happened with Jennifer
Can
Lowden.
you give a quick, I know this is kind of sad, but can you give a brief reminder to our listeners about the Jennifer Laude story?
She was dating a horrible person, a military man. They went to a motel to hook up, but then the horrible, evil man realized that Jennifer was a trans woman. So
Mhm.
what that fucking man did was kill
Yeah, in
Jennifer
a
in the.
very violent, tragic
Yeah,
way.
let's not talk about that.
Yes.
Like, let's remember Jennifer in a more beautiful light.
And yeah, I think we need to point out din na at this point, we know that trans people exist, but there's still so much anger towards them or disliking or disapproval, which to
Yeah,
me is so stupid. Like, why are these bigots affected by what other people do with their lives and their bodies? Like, why hate over that?
there's always a push-in. For example, when gay people started to fight for their rights, grabe din yung pushback. But then we were slowly accepted.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
we are being tolerated in most countries. The transgender moment is the now moment. So
Yeah.
we're living in that cycle again that the community is being harassed by the outside world, but there's also infighting within the community about the standing of trans women. Gay men, cis gay men are common perpetrators of.
They are part of the problem.
Yes,
So
yes.
many gay men are part of the problem. So this is not just us against the straights thing. The
Yeah.
bigotry is everywhere.
Trans people, gay people, we're fighting for our rights here in the Philippines. And straight people or people outside of the community think that we are taking away their rights,
Which is so
that we
dumb.
want more rights for ourselves and less rights for them. But what we just want is equal rights.
Yes, to have the
Be
same
seen,
opportunities, to be
yes, but
treated the same way without, and they're not willing to understand. They're not
yeah,
willing to get out of their mindsets, their very now narrow mindset about how people should be or how the world should work.
I've lost a college friend because of this. Like
Me too.
we fought in Facebook in the comment section. I gave her links. I Of course she pushed back
Yeah.
on her beliefs and everything. So I was like, okay, you don't want to read what I sent you. You don't want to watch what I sent you. Then this is just futile. I'm just talking to a brick wall.
Remember a few episodes ago, I mentioned that I had a close circle of friends in college. One of
Hmm.
those friends I don't talk anymore because she's a hardcore Christian and a really kind person, a really generous, kind, loving friend. But then when it came to the issues and discussion on the Soggy bill,
Hmm.
she was so vocal about being against it. She was so intense about it and it really hurt me. I really felt when I saw her posts na, wow, I just lost a friend. I don't want this person in my life anymore.
So my coworker, when the
Yeah.
bathroom incident happened, she posted on Facebook, nung kami nga na nagko-cosplay kami, hindi din kami pinatuloy sa bathroom. And I'm like, wow, you equated being
I
trans
know.
as cosplay.
So
That's
insensitive.
insane.
I know. It's exhausting and it's like, why is it my duty to quote unquote inform you, to quote unquote explain to you? Why do we, or especially trans people, why is it their duty to convince you to accept them? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this shouldn't be a discussion. You just let other people be. And what's also irritating me is the way na people are being murdered. We have corruption in this country,
Yeah.
very blatant corruption, and you don't care for that. You never address that. You're all about quotes and positivity. But then when it comes to how other people want to be spoken to and treated, suddenly you have such an intense opinion about it. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
And like intense moral standing.
yeah,
They ought to know that trans people are more likely to be killed than the majority of
I
gay
know.
of queer people. I just want to say then, me and Shin are not trans people.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be the arbiters of trans
Yes.
knowledge,
We
right?
speak from a caring perspective, perspective of people who are friends with
Yeah.
transgender people. So Amihan here though is asking more about how maybe how she should begin with the process of keyword exploring her
Yeah.
sexuality. And so
Mm.
sabi niya nga as a queer person, how do you manage to explore yourself in these terms? The first thing that you should have or think of in this case is confidence. A lot of
Confidence.
confidence and self love. Because sometimes I feel like whoever we are, there's always a sense of being too focused in our flaws, in our own issues, in what we don't have, or in our suffering. But you have to remember, Amihan, that people will respond to you based on the energy you put out and the energy you give them. If you present yourself as someone afraid, people will take advantage of that. If you present
Mm.
yourself as someone apologetic, people will look down on you because you're being apologetic
Mm.
about it. You have to come in to the dating scene with an energy that you are self-assured. So it's more like this is who I am, this is what I do. If you're interested, let's talk.
Let's get it
If this is
on.
not your thing, then fuck off my life.
That's really good. Cause I also need to take that advice. Like when I come into the dating scene, I'm like, wow, thank you so much for swiping right.
Yeah.
Or like,
And we're like,
wow, thank you so much
how
for
do I make them like
clicking.
me? How do I keep
Yeah.
them?
There are all types of people there.
There will be people who will
There will be
understand.
people who would want you. And if you come off as confident, if you come off
Yeah.
as fuckable, they will think that you're fuckable and
Yeah,
they
it is
your
true.
aura will
Yeah.
show and they'll
Yeah.
be drawn to that aura. They want to know you more, they want to touch you.
And the thing about this, Amihan, is you don't need to have it 100%. Just don't show them fear. Don't show them na parang you're so grateful to have them.
Yeah,
You don't show that. You fake it till you make it.
it's like when you're walking and there's a dog nearby that you don't know and it starts growling, don't show it fear.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
strut your stuff, you
Yeah.
shake your butt
Yeah,
in
you're
front of
like,
that
I'm gonna
dog.
kick your face if you get anywhere near me. You gotta be that bitch. You know what I do, Austin, when someone compliments me?
Hmm.
I'm like, yes, I know. Or I'm like, that's true. Even if I don't believe it, I used to take them down. When people will say, oh, you have pretty eyes, I would say, no, hindi nga siya pantay eh, di ba? Or they will say, I like your eyebrows. And I will be like, yeah, I should shave it na. It's too makapal. But now I'm like, thank you. And I will just return the compliment. I will say something nice about them.
We also have to talk about like the ecosystem, which is Tinder or Bumble or any dating sites, that it's really about digging and it's really about being disappointed. You have to have the foresight of being disappointed because you will be disappointed. Not a
Yeah.
lot of people will get you. Not a lot of people will swipe right. Even if
Yeah.
you swipe right, so
And you know what, Amihan? It will not be your responsibility to explain to all these people. You don't have to do any of that. Don't ever start looking at yourself not from a but perspective. Now, I'm this, but I'm trans. I'm this, but I'm pre-op. I'm this, but I'm shy. Stop thinking of yourself from that perspective.
also, you have to prepare some pickup lines. Because if you just say hi, if you just say, how are you doing? People aren't really gonna respond
Yeah, they're like,
these
okay,
days.
Austin,
Boring.
what do you suggest that people say first when they match with someone online?
Gusto mo monay? I have a bakery. Do you want unlimited
Do
monay?
you want bread? Do you
Yeah.
want bread with filling?
Yeah,
And
cream
or
cheese.
like be like, what song do you like to sing in karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read their profiles and then ask about like
Something specific.
something
Ask something
specific that
specific.
you're interested in. Like for
Yeah.
example, for me, I would always ask about like a movie they just watched or a song on their Spotify list.
Yeah. Or I'm like
Right.
mitochondria. Good for you or bad for your health? And then they just unmatch me.
Shin, we have our second letter. This is
Yes,
just
second
fresh
letter.
off the Google form. For anyone who's listening, please send us your problems and your rants,
Yeah.
anything under the sun. We would be happy to read them.
gg.gg/ not therapy podcast.
All right, so I'm gonna read the second letter from our patient named I Pikachu, you Pika me. Wow, speaking
Wow.
of
Yeah, we
Pokemon,
just talked about Pokemon a while ago. Go ahead.
the male subject is years past and she kept on talking shits about us.
Shits plural.
Her pronouns are she, her. She's female, age 25. She's a Pisces. Ooh. And she's from Manila. So I Pikachu, you Pika me says, this is about me, my friend, and the guy she likes.
Uh-huh.
We have the same circle of friends kasi magkaklase kami. Classic. My friend May really like this guy Toby, which is not my type. She was really into him, showing her so-called love and became obsessed with Toby. Days and months passed, ganon pa rin si May towards kay Toby, and Toby got irritated sa pangungulit nito. Dito nag-start na mag-usap kami. Toby told me everything na naiinis na siya, and May keeps on making people think na merong namamagitan sa kanila.
Ooh.
Until nagkakausap na kami about his past, my past, our traumas and deep secrets. Napansin ni May ito and nagselos siya over that stuff na nagiging close kami, binigyan ng meaning and siniraan kami. To make the long story short, Toby asked me if pwede siyang manligaw and I considered May's feelings ng ilang months. Pero ganun pa rin pakikitungo niya sa akin. Kahit ni-clear ko naman sa kanya na friends ng kami ni Toby. I got irritated also about those stories that she made, kaya I decided to take risks with Toby. I let him court me for months, and now we are together for 3.5 years. And
Ooh.
still, I can see Mace posting and tweeting about us. What should I do? Do I need to confront her, let her do what she wants, or slap her? Thank you.
I like na part of the options talaga yung confront or slap her. Talagang part talaga ng option yun, no?
What about you, Shin? What would you do if you were I Pikachu, you Pika me, and I was like May? What would you do to confront me?
Since this obviously is bothering you and you have
Mm.
such a great history together, I think this is not something that you can just let go of. Kasi
Really?
it will always be part of your relationship with Toby. Every time somebody will ask, how did you guys meet? You're gonna have to say, di ba, na, oh, my best friend used to like my boyfriend now. And where's that best friend now?
Mm.
We're not friends anymore. You see what I mean? Parang it will always be part of their story. Kaya I think it's hard
Mm.
for Pikachu to just simply let it go na, oh, bahala siya dyan.
I would block May in Twitter, in Facebook, in Instagram, in
Oh.
LinkedIn, in Tumblr, in Spotify. It's in the past. And you can just say, oh, we met through a friend. You don't have to dredge up that, I don't want to say trauma, but that part of her life or their life together.
I'm gonna call you through Messenger, alright?
We're
Ano ang sound ng Messenger?
Tung ting
Anyway,
tung ting tung ting tung ting tung ting tung tung ting ting
wow.
tung.
That's you're appropriating indigenous culture with
Oh
that.
no!
Hi, May. Hi. Yes, this Pikachu.
Long
Kamusta?
time no talk, ha?
Yeah, kamusta ka na?
Okay naman. Ngayon, may buy and sell ako na I'm,
Wow.
focusing on that.
Yeah,
Gusto mo
actually,
ba?
I saw your invite to me. You
Hmm.
invited me to your online selling page.
Hmm.
Kaya I decided rin to call you.
Yeah, it's Herbadeath. It's medicine to help you prepare for your death. Para
Yeah.
happy ka.
So anyway, I just want to clarify kasi Toby and I are talking.
Oh
Toby is,
yeah, how is
yeah.
Toby?
Well, he's okay. You know, Toby's right now he's working for the government.
Oh,
He's running for senator.
you know what? I still
Yeah.
have the ring Toby gave me. Like the emerald ring. I'm still wearing it right now because I remember like nung my relationship kami ni Toby, we were
Uh,
so happy and I didn't know what happened actually. Na,
wait, May,
what?
can I just stop you for a second? Kasi
Okay.
um, I was with you when you bought that ring for yourself. And
No,
Toby never. You were never with Toby. He blocked you since you've met.
actually, Pikachu, me, um,
Mm-hmm.
Toby never told you this, pero when we bought that ring together sa Glorieta,
Yeah.
nung umalis ka na, bumalik si Toby. And then
May
we,
you have to stop. May, it's been 3.5 years. You still
yeah,
kept
it's our anniversary today ni Toby and magdi-dinner kami sa Chowking.
May. He's literally filing for candidacy this evening. Can you just? My God, May, it's been 3.5 years.
And our daughter is in college na.
May, I keep seeing your posts and tweets. I know you still
Yeah.
hate me. I know we were best friends. But May, it's been 3.5 years. You have to move on, sis.
Just because ang dami mong pera sa insurance company mo
Yeah.
na you can just talk to me like this?
May, it's not about money. Oh my God, you're pretty. You're not a bad looking girl. Toby never liked you. I didn't mean for him to fall for me. Ow! May, how are you? Are you slapping me through Messenger? What? Ow,
Yes, this is
stop!
my fucking revenge. I hate you.
Wait,
I
how are
hate
you
you
doing
for
this?
everything. You took
Ow!
away everything from me, and
May,
I'm just selling her but death.
May, how do you do this? What app is this? You're slapping me through the internet?
I'm Facebook friends with Mark Zuckerberg, okay? He
Ah!
knows.
Oh my God, my body is sore na. What are
I
you
hate you.
doing?
I hate you. I hate you. I'm gonna fucking block
You
you.
know what?
Bye.
I tried talking to you. I tried
Ah,
being civil just because we were friends in school. But you know what? Fuck you and your online business. Okay?
okay. Can you still like buy a couple of sachets?
Yes. Do you have Gcash? Now it's tarot reading time.
Poo-poo-poo.
Okay, so this is from Dorothy. Male subject is Kismet. So I recently tried Bumble and Tinder, but I feel really bad because I don't really think I'd find my one true love there. I want to meet quote unquote the one through a magical moment talaga. I
Oh.
did meet a lot of decent people through the dating apps, but these decent people fall in just two categories. One
Mm.
is passable na jowang joanna, like they're desperate for someone, just anyone really. They're not specifically desperate for you. And two, people who are very jaded already, that they are just in Bumble talaga because they don't have anything better to do. I really want to meet the one and soon. I want my magical moment, but I'm also very introverted and shy sa pandemic. So I don't know what to do at this point. Dorothy is 24 years old. She's
Mm.
a she, her, and a
Mm-hmm.
Gemini.
Mm. All right. So I think the question is very simple. Where can she find the one, or like where can she find
Through,
that magical
yes,
moment?
and preferably not through a dating app, Sana.
But
She wants that
Dorothy,
magical moment.
you want that magical moment, Dorothy? You're a naive girl.
And yeah, you know, I used to have a friend.
Hmm.
She had this fantasy daw of literally your typical bookstore meet cute na
Oh,
parang she will be looking at a book and the guy will look at the same book and that
yeah.
will be their friendship, their story.
Wow. And that book is.
Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, God. I love that. I'm using my Lenormand cards because they are more suited for this kind of
Leonard what?
question.
Lunar?
Lenormand. Okay, we have the rider, the snake, the birds, the whip, and the sun. Well, I'm sorry to say, Dorothy,
Oh
but
no.
you'll have to meet him through chat because
Why?
of
What does that mean?
because of the birds. The birds is talking through a line somewhere. But I also feel like there will be a chance for you to talk to someone in a gym because of the whip. Whip is about repetition and exercising.
Uh-huh.
So
Pushing
you can,
yourself.
maybe you want to go to the gym every day and some guy
Kailangan gym
spots you.
talaga. Hindi mo pwedeng like tindahan ng kwek-kwek or whatever.
It can be like a shoe department store, shoe store, hiking store, hardware store, somewhere that there's a physical connection.
Maybe
And rider,
go to a construction site.
we have the rider and the snake. So be careful then of that delusion because it might not be the person that you're looking for. Like, be careful what you wish for. Those magical moments can be traps.
I think the kind of men looking for an instant connection outside your house are not as dreamy as the kind of women who do that. You know what I mean? Men who are
Yes.
looking out for girls in public. Those are the catcallers.
Yeah, they're psychopaths. They will
Yeah.
manipulate you to like them.
I've experienced once in a bus na across the aisle, the
Mm,
guy from the other side was
mm,
checking me out and I was checking
mm,
him out in return. And
mm,
when it was my stop, before I stopped, I wrote my number in the bus ticket and then
mm,
I left it. And that night
mm.
he called me. So we got to talk for a minute, but then I realized it's not what I'm looking for.
The kind of people who do that just want one magical moment,
And
like a
the
moment.
the fact that they are doing that means none of the people within their proximity would fuck with them.
They just want to have sex with you. And
Yeah.
then that's it. That's their magical
Or
moment.
sell you herbal tea.
So anyway, Shin, I
Yes.
finished watching Squid Game and it's okay. Like it's
Yeah.
overhyped and I don't
Overhyped,
understand.
definitely. My thing with Squid Game is I think people are not getting it the way they're supposed to. Like
Hmm.
you're not supposed to romanticize being a contestant.
The lesson in Squid Game is not about teamwork, is not about
Yeah, it's not about don't
getting
be selfish.
insurance
Ugh.
or don't be greedy. Like that's not the fucking point, you guys. The only way to make poverty or to make people care about poverty is to view it in a lens of violence.
The point, I feel like the point of it, because I believe that the creators are smart, di ba? They're smart
Mm,
people.
yeah,
The point was to show na poor people have to go through all this shit because they're desperate. Each of them have a story to tell.
yeah,
So this is not a zombie movie where you're supposed to take the deaths as if it's
yeah,
just, oh, he's dumb, so he died, he fell from
yeah,
a gas. 400 plus people will die. So it's like, this is a
yeah,
slaughterhouse by the rich. And that's what
yeah.
you're supposed to antagonize here. The men are literally using women as furniture while watching people annihilate each other. And no one reacted about it. No one's like, God, those people are horrible. And Koreans are actually very critical of capitalism. Korea is not this very elevated fantasy land we think it is.
Most of the people there in those games are smart, but they don't have the capability or the resources to pursue a career or to pursue
They're
education.
victims.
Do you think about the twist that the old man, number one, was the beneficiary of the game?
That's the one thing that I feel like the writers flopped in kasi
Yeah, I
it
didn't
wasn't
like it.
they presented it in such a way that we're supposed to empathize with the loneliness of the old man.
Mm,
He's having a lot of money is worthless, which I think they could have written it better, or at least Lee Jung Jae, the protagonist, he could have at least fought back and said na, he could have said na, all that just for your own happiness. What about those people who died? You know what I mean? Like Lee
yeah.
Jung Jae could have been more of a hero, and they didn't. I think, yeah, I somehow the fact that a lot of people miss the point is also because the ending, number one, the ending dragged on. Didn't you feel that way? Like the
Mm.
ending fucking dragged on. Like it should have been done in 30 minutes.
The story about like the marble game, like that episode was so heartbreaking for
Oh my
me,
god, it
right?
is.
Like them being best friends and the old man sacrificing his life for the main character and like
Yeah.
him giving him the last
And the
marble.
girls, it's so sad. And also, it's such a Korea is also very competitive na for you to go up,
Mm,
somebody else really has to go down. Di ba yung corporate ladder
yeah.
stuff? Over my final thought is just I just feel sad na for something so popular, the discussion is so narrow and small about it. Parang
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are miss the point. And again, it's partly the writers pagkukulang din, but it's just a waste because it could have
Yeah.
pushed more people to be aware of how fucked up the real system is instead of this fantasy game world the way people see it.
You can buy costumes in Amazon and like
Yeah,
the trend
it's a
of
bummer.
making dalgona and cutting out the shape perfectly so you don't die. That's the trend. Yeah.
Anyways,
Wow. We are ending the episode in in a low note.
yeah, but that's all right. Maybe we could use this moment into maybe the people who listen to this could, review their thoughts about it. I just want to say now, let's not just use this for entertainment, but, we can think of it as a think piece or as a platform for further discussion.
Yeah. What do you think about today's episode, Shin? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun?
Yeah, and I think we didn't announce a key word or topic in the beginning, but something in common with those letters is just you kind of have to take a step out of your comfort zone, or
Mm-hmm.
you have to, as I said in the beginning, you have to be that bitch sometimes.
Mm.
You have to
Yeah.
get out of your usual self in order to cross
Cross the
obstacle.
threshold.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Sometimes we have to do things that are not on brand for us.
I want our patients to send us what they think was the keyword for the episode
Wow,
is,
yes.
right? I
Comment
want
below.
I want that engagement. Why don't they talk to us more? I mean, we're very
Yeah,
approachable. Aren't
yeah.
we approachable?
I think so. You know in MMK where you have to guess the title
Oh
at
my
the
god.
end?
And then our price is like 20 pesos na GCash.
Yeah, I don't even have that 20. Again, send us your problems. The link is in the description. It doesn't have to be anything serious, just any life
Make
advice
us
or
laugh.
yeah, share with us something interesting. You can even rant, whatever things that you wish to tell someone, but you cannot tell your friends or your family. That's when you go to us.
Okay, patients. The doctors are out. Oh my gosh.
Goodbye.